Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session, City Council, and special RDA meetings that took place on Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. In the work session, the Council reviewed and discussed proposed amendments to high-impact uses in the C2 and CP2 zones. The administration is proposing amendments to high-impact uses in C2 and CP2 zones related to noise, traffic, lighting, and vibrations. High-impact uses would need additional mitigation measures, including site access, noise studies, noise dampening, limited hours of operation, loading-unloading docks, and outdoor lighting. The administration is also proposing enhanced requirements for laundry-style, automated drive-through, and manual car washes specific to the C2 and CP2 zones. The proposed amendments will be considered in the meeting on November 14, 2023. The Council then reviewed and discussed a proposed nuisance fire alarm ordinance. The Ogden Fire Department is proposing an ordinance to set standards and fees for false nuisance fire alarms. The proposed ordinance authorizes the fire chief or the fire chief's designee to issue notices, warnings, and citations to building owners in cases of false or nuisance alarms. Warnings will be issued on the first and second incidents, with a citation given for the third incident. Building owners are responsible for repairing the fire alarm. The proposed ordinance will be considered in a future meeting. The Council then reviewed and discussed proposed updates to the fire and property maintenance codes. The administration is proposing amendments to the fire code to align with the state construction code and state fire code as mandated by the state of Utah. The proposed ordinance will also amend the city property maintenance code. This proposed ordinance will bring city ordinances in compliance with state and international codes. This will be considered in a future meeting. The Council then reviewed and discussed a proposed ordinance to establish a compensation commission. Council staff are proposing the creation of an elected officials compensation commission as a permanent board of the city. The proposed commission would make recommendations regarding the annual compensation for city's elected officials, including salaries and stipends. The proposed ordinance outlines the appointment process, preferred expertise of appointees, terms for filling vacancies, operational rules, and the commission's powers and duties. This will be considered in a future meeting. The Council then reviewed and discussed a proposed flag display ordinance. Ogden City Administration has established an administrative rule for flag display in the city. The proposed policy governs the type of flags allowed on flagpoles and specifies when they may be displayed. The purpose of the discussion was to evaluate the Council's interest in adopting a similar policy. This will be discussed more in a future meeting. The Council then had a follow-up discussion regarding the leadership selection process. Council members have agreed to move the leadership selection day to February and will revisit the discussion regarding the feasibility of annual leadership rotations at a later date. After a public hearing in the City Council meeting, the Council adopted the fiscal year 2024 Annual Action Plan Amendment Number 1. The proposed amendments include adopting the 2023 HUD homeownership value limits from $380,000 to $428,000, increasing the Own in Ogden home budget by $250,000, adding $100,000 to home match funds toward a goal of 50 down payments per year, and implementing a one-year CDBG low and moderate income benefits certification period. The amendment also adjusts program income and carryover amounts, which results in an overall decrease of $34,385 to the budget. The Council then approved the appointment of Lisa Stout as the new Management Services Director for Ogden City. Lisa has been with Ogden City since 2007 and has worked as the Comptroller for the last 8 years. In the RDA meeting, the board voted to adjourn into a closed session. The Council tabled a proposed resolution to approve a real estate purchase contract for property located at 1781 Gibson Avenue. The proposed REPC is between the RDA and Nathaniel Jones for the purchase of 0.43 acres of real property located at 1781 Gibson Avenue for $725,000. The administration's conceptual plan for the project area envisions approximately 200 housing units, including single-family homes, townhouses, and multifamily units. The proposed funding source for the property acquisition is the Quality Neighborhood Funds. The proposal was tabled to November 7, 2023, to allow the full council to participate and provide their input and deliberation. The entire recording from the meetings of October 17th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the Council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.